BC Premier John Horgan announced today that the BC government is going to be going ahead with the construction of the Site C dam. The price tag has ballooned from about 12.7 billion to 16 billion. It'll be completed hopefully in 2025. But boy, I'll tell you, this is a contentious issue for very good reason. So we're going to talk to economist Nic Rivers, the University of Ottawa, who he and several co-authors wrote a study recently about the cost and whether or not the BC government should go ahead with it. So welcome to the interview, Nic.
Thanks for having me.
Well, let's start with your general reaction to the announcement.
Okay, well, I mean, as you say, this is a really big price increase, almost 50% price increase from the latest estimate. And as you know, 11.7 isn't where we started here, $11.7 billion. We started this project and the cost estimate was between 8.3 and 8.7 billion dollars. And so we're pretty much at a doubling from the original costs. And so this is an extremely large price increase. It's partly due to geotechnical issues that have been uncovered as the project's been built, and partly due to COVID-related delays and accommodations that have had to be made. But I think no matter what way you dice it, this is a very large price increase, and it certainly gave me pause thinking about the viability of this project. So I was surprised about the kind of quick decision to go ahead, given the high cost estimate. There wasn't a deliberation. Given, with the broader public deliberation once the cost increase was made.
Now, let's talk for a minute about the argument that you and your co-authors made in this study. You basically said that as a standalone, Site C should not be completed, but there would be additional value created if you undertook the decarbonization of the power grid in other provinces and you tied Alberta into BC, and so that a big build out of renewable energy in southern Alberta could then take advantage of the BC powered hydro dams, which would act almost like a battery. And the combination of the two would provide just enough value to justify going ahead with the project. But that didn't even come up anywhere in the announcement or in the Premier's remarks.
Yeah, that's right. So our assessment was basically a kind of cost minimizing model to try to figure out what the kind of appropriate set of technologies and strategies would be to meet power demand in the two provinces, Alberta and British Columbia. And we looked at what the cost of these electricity or the electricity grid would be with and without Site C. And our conclusion was that, on its own, and just in BC, the Site C project didn't deliver enough benefits to merit going forward. But if it was connected with the Alberta power system in a way that allowed for Alberta to export and import power, particularly connected to a renewable build out, it looked like there was a way forward for this project in terms of cost effective capacity building. And I don't understand. I haven't had enough time to digest these new numbers, but I would guess that our model would suggest that that would no longer be the case. And so, yeah, I think that I'm surprised by the quick decision given the high cost increase.
Right. Let's talk about the cost per kilowatt hour of electricity. So I'm a BC resident. I pay around 7 cents, I think, for power. And when this project was undertaken, BC Hydro said that the cost would be under 7 cents, be like 6.2 cents per kilowatt hour. Then other studies have shown, like Canadian Energy Research Institute and the C.D. Howe Institute, that the price was somewhere between 8 cents and 10 cents. Your study came in at around 12 cents, and that's before the bigger price tag. So presumably this is now, more than 12 cents per kilowatt hour, almost, double what they can sell it for.
Yeah, I think that's right. I mean, I think that the price of clean, firm power is expensive, and so there's not a lot of places where you can get 100% clean or 100% zero greenhouse gases. I'm kind of abstracting from the greenhouse gases associated with construction, but clean power that's firm can be expensive. And so I think you want to thinking about the cost of this project, you want to compare it to other low carbon alternatives that are firm, like wind coupled with a natural gas backup or nuclear, for example. And maybe the costs don't look quite so outlandish when you compare it to other clean, low carbon firm alternatives. But certainly it is a large cost increase relative to the existing generators on the BC system.
Well, thank you very much for this, Nic. I really appreciate your insights.
Thanks for having me.